Markita Brooks, CEO and founder of Kingdom Wealth LLC, and I am so glad that you stopped by to watch this video that you can learn more about discovering your divine design. In the 17 years that I've been a ministry leader, entrepreneur, and business consultant, I've really seen lots and lots of people, even who have some success and relationship with God, really not operating out of their divine design. I've seen them struggle to find fulfillment, and the reason any of us do this is because we're malfunctioning. We're not functioning out of the purpose and plan that God has placed for us and within us. Instead, we're malfunctioning out of lies and soul wounds, issues that are deep within us, even sometimes subconscious things. These things are fueling our decisions, and they're causing us not to function according to our design, but to malfunction. Now, when we're malfunctioning, we can actually find success, but we won't find fulfillment. We won't fulfill the purpose for which we were created because we're outside of our plan. We're outside of the function that God has created us for. And so I want to help you discover that so that you can have both success and fulfillment. That's God's will for your life. He doesn't want to sacrifice one for the other. Instead, He has designed you to have both. When you tap into your divine design, you will create products and services that will bless many because they're coming out of who God created you to be. And as you bless others, you're going to find success, but you'll also find fulfillment because you're doing exactly what you were designed to do. This isn't about trying to find God's plan and then making yourself fit into a mold. This is about understanding how you're already designed. Because when you get that, you're going to be fulfilled. You're going to fulfill a purpose. You're going to be successful. And you'll be even closer to God because He is the creator. When we're operating in our purpose, we have this tremendous creative ability as we're doing what we're designed to do. And so we're going to start very soon this 7-week coaching program called Discovering Your Divine Design. And in those 7 weeks, we're going to go on a journey. We're going to go on a journey to discover who He designed you to be and your real purpose. In week 1, we're going to pursue truth. And everything has to start with truth because God Himself is truth. There's truth about God that you need to uncover. There's truth about yourself, truth about the universe, truth about the world that you need to connect with. And as you connect with these truths, God is going to plant beautiful seeds in you that can bear fruit in your life and in your business. It's going to cause you to flourish because you're operating off of truth. Truth always bears great fruit. Now, the second week, we're going to uncover damaging lies. Now, this week is a challenging week. I'm going to warn you even now, because as we look at those damaging lies, we've got to uncover some things that have been planted deep within your soul, possibly within your subconscious, through interactions that could have happened as young as your youth. And we've got to bring those lies to the surface, and then we've got to let God dispel them. He's going to reach into your soul and take out lies that attack your worthiness, that attack your purpose, that send you on a different path than the one that He set for you. Maybe that those cause you to please other people. Maybe they cause you to doubt yourself. Maybe they cause you to doubt God. Either way, those lies have to be uncovered so that God can get in there, and that truth that He's planted into you can take root and it can bear much fruit. In the third week, we've got to rebuild trust. And the reason we must rebuild trust is because when you look at lies, you realize that the enemy of your soul used someone in your life to plant those seeds. And so then there may be bitterness, resentment, unforgiveness. But we've got to uproot that too, because it's going to choke out your purpose. And so we're going to look at the lies that have been sown into your soul, the sources from whence they've come, but then we're going to release it to God. We're going to forgive. We're going to even pray for those that may have sown those lies, because people only give what they have. If they were believing lies, then they're going to sow lies into us. And so we've got to release all that to God and even ask Him to help them find their divine purpose as well. This may include people who've abused or attacked you as well. It might not just be those who've been close in a positive way. It may be people that have touched your life in a negative way as well. So these are going to be some challenging discoveries we may have to make. And then the fourth week, we're going to renew hope. And we've got to renew hope because we've dealt with some challenges. Now we've got to deal with the fact that those challenges lead us to despair. They lead us to push hope aside. We put it in a box. We say, I'll deal with the things that I'm hoping for later. But God wants to renew that hope. He wants to take you back to your original dreams, the things that you've always wanted and hoped for, those things that as a child you were hoping for, the things even as an adult you secretly hoped for. He wants to renew that in your heart. And He wants to bring you to a place where you free yourself and you empower yourself to hope again. He wants you to dream again for life, for business, for career, for your future, for your relationship with him, for your relationship with others. He wants you to hope again and bring back that childlike wonder where you discover and you free yourself to discover. You don't have all the barriers and boundaries that come from fear, because fear is going to stifle creativity and it stifles hope. You want to operate out of hope so that you're living the life that he's called you to live. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to reveal your strength. So after we've looked at all these challenges and the places you've been and the things you've done and what's happened to you and what you chose to do as a response to those things, we're going to reveal how you've become an overcomer, because you are an overcomer. As we look at your challenges, we're going to pinpoint those places where you've become an overcomer. You've overcome challenges, you've overcome adversity, you've overcome attacks, abuse, slander, all types of things. Whatever you've experienced, you've overcome it. And you've not just survived, but you've learned to thrive in certain environments. And we've got to capture that. God is going to reveal those strengths to you because they will help you discover your purpose. They will focus you right in on who God designed you to be when you see yourself as an overcomer. The next thing that we're going to do after you've now revealed these strengths is we're going to target your interest, because those interests within you, they're not just things that you like, things that you've been exposed to. The interests that are in your heart have been placed there by God. They're there to help connect you with a purpose, to point you in a direction. And so we've got to target your interest. And that's going to include your burdens, meaning the people groups and the geographic areas and the causes that you're burdened for, those things that are heavy on your heart. When you take your interest and your burdens and you intersect them, they will direct you directly to your purpose. And so that takes us right to the 7th week, where we will discover your divine design. Everything we've done in those previous 6 weeks will come together to reveal who God designed you to be and what your true purpose is, so that you can build a life on a right foundation, and you can build a business or a career or a portfolio that is going to focus you in the direction that you're designed to thrive in, to be successful in, and to find fulfillment, so that your career or your business is not competing with your life, but instead it's being built upon the foundation of your life. In that way, you will find success and fulfillment.